Hello and welcome. I thought today I would share how I build multiple courses across the board. This is very handy if you have multiple different types of courses or you're teaching at several different colleges. So here we go. The very first thing I did was I went in and for all of my syllabi, as you can see, I put in the dates that I need, updated everything I needed. And so from my syllabi, then I'm going to be pulling off the dates. So the first thing I did was I copied in all of my courses. And then now that my courses are copied in, I'm just going through and dating everything. But here's how I do 6 classes at one time when I'm dating something. I'm just going to show you a few pieces of this as we go, because otherwise you'll get extremely bored watching me do this. It usually takes about an hour to 2 hours to complete the entire project of dating, 6 different class types all at one time. So here I am, I'm in week 9. And so I've got my dates here. So I'm just copying from here. I'm going over here. I actually like to use the small screen because then I don't have to move so much. But simply, I'm just going in here into my Blackboard Ultra. And then I'm deleting out this, copying in the modern dates. You can always double check to make sure you have the right dates on there. Week 9, 10, 21, week 9, 10, 21. And now I'm just going through and I'm doing this for each class. So here's week 9, go through, delete this out, copy that in, done. Go over here, week 9, hit edit, copy this in. So again, I'm teaching you guys this because this is the assembly line approach to just knocking this stuff out. And I'm all about assembly line approaches because it saves you a ton of time. But as you can see, I'm just going through. And then here I'm working off of Canvas. So Blackboard is here, Canvas is here. So this is multiple LMS systems that I'm using simultaneously. But same thing with Canvas, it looks a little bit different. So here I am just putting stuff in for Canvas. Okay, so week 9, again, edit. If you can't see it, you just go like this and cross it out. All right. And so then for week 10, same thing. I'm going to go down here, do this. And so here you can see I'm just working through all of my classes all at once, putting in all the dates. I'll show you through week 10, and then I'm going to pause the recording so I can show you guys the next step. But here's week 10. I'm doing this. Boring, boring, boring. Sure you guys are all bored. But again, it's nice to see techniques. I'm a huge fan of learning everybody's techniques, strategies, approaches, because they can be more efficient. You can get better quality out of your work, etc. But if you do this individually, this could take entire days. So again, we're just making sure that we're saving us time. And so I tend to lose track of what week I'm on because it all tends to get blurry. So usually I'll just say 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 in my head a lot with each time that I'm going. So now week 10 is completed. So now I'm working on week 11. I'm just going to copy out week 11. I'm going to go down here, make sure I'm good here. Week 11, here we go. Generally, I have some Rachmaninoff or some, I do have it in the background. Would you guys like me to put it on? Here you go. So then I usually have this in the background to help me like focus. Because it does get kind of so week 11. Okay, so as I'm working on the last week, you can see the final wrap-up stages. Again, we're just dating all of our classes. We're rocking out our music. Then the next step is a little bit more tedious. We go through each week to get a final date. It's very rare that your courses all line up like this. Usually when you work at multiple colleges, there's different start dates. So if I were doing it that way, I would just, whatever's first, it would be week 1. And then I'd go down and do that. And then I'd go over to the next one and then I'd copy the dates from week 1 into there. Next one, maybe week 2 or whatever, just to make them all match up. But this semester is the first time ever that all the schools I teach at happen to be starting on the same date. So it's like, might as well make a quick video. We started this and it was like, this just seems like something I should make a video for. So now that that entire project is done, Now we have to go into each week and start setting due dates. So week one ends on September 1st. So I come down here and I start setting up all of my due dates. We have our getting started assignments, getting started quiz. I'm going to edit. I'm going to go to September 1st. So we'll just go down here, find your September, and I'm going to copy this date, and I'm going to use this over and over and over again. So now I have the date, so now I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to hit save. All right, cool. Then anything else that I have in this week, I will then change it. This one's a little more tricky. Sorry, you got to have a bunch of buttons to go in some of these little seconds, or it can be stressful. Hold on, I didn't copy it correctly. See. Anything that has a due date, I'm gonna go through for that week. Not sure why it's not letting me copy and paste it, because that makes it so much longer. Okay, there's week one for that class. Then you're gonna go down for this one. Everything's gonna be 9-1. Okay, sorry. As I was going through, I realized that I wanted to fix a few things because the first semester we're moving over to Blackboard Ultra. So I want to fix that. All right, so as we're going, we're in week two. Then I'm just going to start here because it's all nice and smooth after this. So week two, I'm going to go through each assignments that I have to do, which is this theories assignment. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to edit the Dropbox date. The date for this is going to be 9/8. So I'll come down here, I'll hit edit, and then you'll come down here and hit 9, /8/24. And then, then we'll save this. So 9/8/24 is what we're going to be doing for all of this. So I got my theories assignment in there, 9/8/24. Now I'm going to edit my chapter one quiz and set this for a due date. 9/8/24, 11/25, and then just hit save. All right, so then now if I look through week two, my theories assignment's good. My chapter one is good. I'm ready for week three there. All right, so here, now we've done week one, so I'm doing week two. The due date's going to be 9/8. So I'm going to have race in the sociological theories assignment. I want to fix this Dropbox. So again, this is the tedious part. You just got to sit here and go through each week, and it can get kind of boring. So now I'm going to go up here. Sorry. I need to make this smaller for you guys so that doesn't block it out. It's always a pain when you're trying to record stuff because that box always wants to drop open. All right, so week two is good in this one. Week one is all good. Week two is looking good. We got our dates in there. All right, so now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to do my week two. Everything's going to be due 9/8. So now I got to go through and work through everything that has the due date. So this one's going to be 9/8, so on and so forth. And again, this is how you build a million classes at one time, because if you can just get all the dates to match up, you can do it in about an hour. Sometimes you get bogged down. But see, now you're starting to auto save for me, so now I can just walk through and do that. All right, so now week three in this class, or week two. So you get lost in the weeks real quick, especially when you're trying to record it. This one has all kinds of errors, so I'm not only going to have to go in here and do the 9/8, but I'm also going to have to go in here and fix the time. Sometimes it's not perfect. Sometimes it can get tedious. It's really nice when everything is just got everything you need already in there. But we can only be so lucky. And then we have our social problems assignments. I'll need to change the due date on this Dropbox. And again, this is all it is. 9/8/24. And over here, we're going to week 3. So this is Canvas. I do this one a little bit different. So each one that I have to fix, I open it in a new tab. Then I go over here and you just scroll you go to edit. And then you have to scroll all the way down to the bottom. And you hit this. And then here you can hit September 8th. And then there you go. And you hit apply and you hit save. Then I go over here, I hit edit. Again, this is just my assembly line approach. After I finished out that class, then I'll close these two. Then I'll go over to my psychology class, go over to week 2 and do the same thing. So again, this is the assembly line approach. It's just going through each week, date every single thing all at once across the board for all of your classes. And then you're all good for the rest of the semester. Because then you just grade and feedback and all of the good stuff that you really get to focus on. You don't have to think about course building. So it's nice just to have everything pre-built. I forgot one step of all of this though that I need to show you guys. All right, so now that we're in week 2, the other thing that I do that I should have been doing this whole time, that I have to go back and fix week 1, is my announcements. So I want to go into week 2, and then I want to go over here to edit, and then I want to go down here and show on, and it's always right beforehand. So, does it just let me copy in dates? 9/2. Yeah, I just need to copy in some dates. But week 2 opens, 9/1 is the last day. So September 1st is when I want that to open, because at the end of week 1, I want to be opening up week 2. So show on 9/24, and anytime is fine because it's showing on a Sunday. So then here I would go to all my announcements too, and do week 2, edit, go down here to my display date. Now it's letting me copy and paste for like the first time ever. What do you know? All right, so week 2. And then if you do this, your announcements are ready for every week. Your dates are already set, and there's just nothing to think about. You don't have to go in and set up all your classes. I didn't do this for week 1, so then I need to go back and fix that. But again, you see how everything says a scheduled draft? And then, that's all you do. So yeah, for all my classes, I have it set up like this. So this one you have to physically go in, hit edit, schedule it, available date, and then you have that. And same thing here. So this is how I do it all at once. I know this seems like long, so I'm bouncing around a little bit, but again, first thing I do is I set up my syllabus, get all my dates in my syllabus. Then I go through and I date all of my individual weeks, like before I do all the exact specific assignments. And so that's what I do. And then I go through each week and I do each specific assignment and I do the announcements simultaneously. So now that I'm on week 3, I want my week 3 announcements to open on 9/8. And so again, I'll just go through here. I'll go find my week 3 announcement. I'll fix this. And then again, I'll just set them all to 9. Hold on. Let me just copy it. 9/8. So then I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to post it. And I'm going to go in here for week 3. And I'm going to post it. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it.